Hello, I want to show you a real quick way to publish your Google Slides to make a moving GIF. And so we're going to dive right in. The first thing you're going to want to do is open your Google Slides, and you can get there through your Drive or typing in slides.google.com. I'm going to start here and I'm going to go to Google Slides, and it's going to open a new project for us here. I'm not going to be adding text to this, so I'm just going to go ahead and get my blue square around. I'm going to delete that. I'm also not going to be dealing with themes on this particular project, so I'm going to X out of those. And it does default to the widescreen. I'm going to make this more of a square, so to do that I'm going to go to File, Page Setup, and then I'm going to do the standard 4:3, and I'm going to apply it. Okay, so now we have our canvas, and now it's time to start adding our work to it. You can upload images from your computer or to google.com, but there's an even easier way built into Google Slides, and I like this way even better because all of the images you get are going to be free of copyright, meaning that you can use them. So I'm going to come up here to Insert, Image, and like I said, you can upload here from your Drive, from Photos, URL, or you can even take a picture from your webcam. But what I was referring to was search the web. And so you get your search box over here, and I'm going to do Ice Cube PNG. PNG usually means it's going to be a transparent background, but you also have this option, and I'll explain that in just a second. So I'm going to search. I've got all of these really cool ice cubes here. I'm just going to go with the first one, and I get this insert button down at the bottom, or I can drag it over here. And by transparent, I mean, do you notice like around the background, it shows that that's white right there, but if I drag that around, all this image is this particular block of ice. So it's really cool, adds a little bit more to it. I'm going to make another video to show you how you can get those your own way. Okay, so now I have my ice cube here. Now it's time to start animating. So what I'm going to do here is, I don't know if you're familiar with the old flip books where you flip through them and you change a little something each time. And so that's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to come over here to the left hand side. I'm going to right click, or two buttons with your Chromebook, and I'm going to duplicate slide. Now you'll see both of them are exactly the same. So now this is the one that I want to start changing. I'm going to click on it just a little bit, and I'm going to squash it like it's melting here. So there's first one, second one, starting to move. Going to right click, duplicate it. Make sure I'm on the most recent one, slide 3 over here. I'm going to squash it a little bit more. Now, as we all know, as ice starts to melt, it starts to make a liquid. So let's add that. I'm going to come up here to my shapes. I'm just going to do maybe like a little circle right down here at the bottom. I don't like that color, so I'm going to come up here to my paint bucket. And let's just make it like a little, I don't like that color. Let's make it a little bit lighter. We're going to go with that. No outline on it. But if you'll notice, my puddle is behind it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do order, send to back. So now my ice cube's in the front. So here's my full ice cube coming down, starting to melt. Now we got water. We're going to do the exact same thing again here. Duplicate slide. Let's bring that cube down just a little bit more. Click on our water. We're going to make that just a little bit bigger because it's getting... it's starting to melt. So again, here we are at the first one. Boom, 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 duplicate. It's starting to melt, produce that water. The way I'm doing that, right click, duplicate slide. I'm going to squash that just a little bit more. Now I'm going to make my puddle a lot bigger now because we lost a lot of that ice right there. The solid becoming the liquid. All right. So for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and end there. So we've got our full cube over here, and it's just getting squashed right down there. Okay, now what we want to do is we can upload this to Tall Tweets, which I talked about in a previous video. But let me show you an even easier way. I'm going to come up here, I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to come on down here to Publish to the Web. Now you're going to get a couple options right here. I'm going to automatically click Start Slideshow as soon as the player loads. Restart the slideshow after the last slide. That way it'll repeat itself. You come down here, you can make sure this is unclicked. so that anybody so that you can share this with other people and they don't have to be logged into Fort Worth. But if you come up here, you can decide how many seconds you want between each slide. Now it is an ice cube melting, so maybe we don't need just a ton of time. So I'm going to do every 2 seconds. And I'm going to publish. I'm going to say OK. Now I've got this link right here. I can just copy that, Control C, or right click, copy. And then I can come to my new presentation here. And it's going to take it a minute for it to load, but now we've got a moving ice cube melting. All right, now if you want to get real adventurous right here, do you see up here at the top? You'll have these long numbers, and you'll come across a number that says 2,000. That is showing the seconds of how long it is taking. I'm not going to do it right there. But if you come over here, do you see that? You can change that to however one, so 1,000 is a second. So let's change it to, let's say 500. I'm going to paste it up here. Now I'm not going to push enter just yet. So I'm going to come up here to my last little dot where it says 2,000. I'm going to change that to 500. Now watch how fast it goes. Now it changed it a little bit because now 500 has become half a second. So that's one way that you can do it, and that was just through publish to the web, decide how long you want it. You want to make sure you click start slideshow and then restart.